Men are no longer settling, ladies. They have leverage. It's no need to settle. This is why there's so much vitriol shot towards the drizzle, soft guy era movement and the passport bros, because those two movements give men leverage. Now, ladies had leverage for a long time, and that leverage was abused and badly used. It was misused. If you had used your leverage properly, most of you guys would be married. You would have great, healthy families and loving relationships and loving marriages. You went all for the same guys, and those guys clapped your cheeks and they kept it pushing. So now you find yourself in a very difficult position, and you thinking, well, if I just wait around, someone will accept me for who I am. But what if that person doesn't like who you are?
All late night playing with your girl, okay. It wasn't a plan with your girl. Steep the beat, carry a bus like.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. We have a good one today. We have to get on these passport bros, okay? If you haven't heard what a passport bro is, it's pretty much a man that feels as though women on the other side of the world don't innately behave the way that women from their home countries do. So for example, obviously it takes money to raise a family, it takes money to date, it takes money to be a provider. And so they feel as though women in their home countries are asking for too much. So they think they can go and convert their way out of poverty by using USD to temporarily bribe women for sexual purposes. Let's get into this video. We got a good one today. I'm excited to talk about this. Oh my gosh, the video y'all are looking at right now is so cringy. Like, I'm gonna play it off mute so y'all can hear how embarrassing these men are sounding. First of all, I screamed. As soon as they flipped the camera and I saw who they were sitting across from, I screamed. But I'm gonna let you hear the audio on this because it is just so cringy. Like, they're embarrassing. Have you never been that close to attractive women?
I'm the famous Renata here. How are you doing today, Renata?
I'm good. Hey guys. I'm here with my friend.
We got a lane here. We got my man Gary right here. What's up, Gary? How's it going, man?
What's up, man? Enjoying yourself?
Oh, I'm enjoying myself. We got some more beautiful ladies right here. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. We have another one right here. What's your friend's name? What's your friend's name? What's your friend? How are you?
Hey,
Oh, man, what's up, man? What's up, man?
If you are in Brazil and someone, man or woman, smiles at you, for example, it doesn't mean that this person is easy or wants to have sex with you. This is a total misconception of our culture. Brazil was founded in diversity. Here we have some of the biggest communities outside Japan, Germany, Italy, Lebanon, the whole Africa. So you, no matter where you're from in this planet, are most than welcome here. But we demand respect to our culture and respect to our women. We are vigilant and paying attention.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America?
My question to you is, when are you going to learn about my culture? I'll give you an example. You call me fat and ugly in front of people.
Xấu.
What?
I say you are ugly, you are very bad.
You really said that?
Yeah.
All right. In my culture, in America, that's rude, that's disrespectful, especially when a woman says that about the man that she's with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I get in with my kid, my friend, or you ugly, you ding ding khum khum. And we, in Vietnam, my culture is not for rude. But I don't know how is your country, and now you share with me.
We could make, like, if we're alone and we're around family, We could make the jokes like that to each other. But in front of strangers, I'm a guest here. I seen one other person of my skin complexion here in the whole time I've been here. You're not accustomed to us, so when you say it, it sounds like it's an attack.
It sounds like an attack because it is an attack. See, this is why being a passport bro is a red flag for me. As a man, you're supposed to be a problem solver, okay? Especially if you want to have a successful life, especially if you want to lead a wife, yet alone a family, you're supposed to be a problem solver. Since y'all are so logical, like y'all like to claim y'all are not emotional. So with that being said, if you're struggling with dating, you thinking that you could go on the opposite end of the world and date a complete stranger with a total different background and a total different value system is going to get you closer to the goal. You thought that was a good choice to make. You thought that was a good strategy. Your problem solving skills are way off. They think because these women don't speak good English that they're stupid. No, these women are women. They have breasts. They're ovulating. Okay. They want to procreate. They want a man with resources that's going to take care of everything. Every woman, no matter where they are, feels that way because that's a part of human nature. So I'm not understanding why these men think that they're slithering in between a loophole. They think they found a loophole. You are not an organization. You are not a company. Just like these big corporations, they want to go out to third world countries and outsource in the sweatshops for low labor. They think that they're going to be able to do that with women. They've completely taken out the human psychology and how humans behave, and they're trying to move as though they're Amazon. You are not Amazon. Just because you are a gig worker for them does not mean you are Amazon. You can't outsource a wife unless, you want to run the risk of one day being poisoned or something like that. You don't even know what to expect from those women when they're upset. Like a woman in the US, she may block you, she may key your car or something like that. You don't even know what those women do when they're upset. They may put some bleach in your coffee, that's it. You don't know what they do. They might set you up. Well, let's get into it actually. Let's hear what's been happening with these passport bros.
Hair cost me $3,500, okay?
Passport bros, are y'all okay? Y'all ran out of the USA talking about how awful Western women were and how much they want from y'all, and they only want money. To go to other countries where the husband is the provider, 50-50 is unheard of. The bottom line is that y'all want a type of woman that y'all cannot afford. And for some unknown reason, y'all want to meet these women on these high-ass levels with these high-maintenance standards, and when they get with you, lower all of those things. That don't make no sense, baby. This show tickles my funny bone, you hear me? Because that man is not okay. Do you see the life leaving his eye?
Y'all, a passport bro was kidnapped in the Philippines. I know the passport bros don't like when I make videos about them, but here we are. Stop giving me content. So this passport bro was from Vermont. Earlier this year, he married a woman in the Philippines, and he moved to the Philippines. He moved to a remote island in the Philippines, and he had recently came back to the United States to work, stack up his coins, and then he went back to be with his wife. Shortly after he got back, he was kidnapped from his residence. Well, they tried to kidnap him. He fought back. They then shot him, and then they dragged him on a boat and took off with him. So obviously the police in the Philippines are trying to locate him, but there was a travel advisory for this remote island that he lived on because they have a history of kidnappings and, holding people for ransom. So hopefully, he isn't, killed, and he could just give them some money and they will let him go.
Child, I had to cut her off. Like she said, pay up. Where is the money? Where's the money? Pay the ransom. You rather pay ransom and travel fees and passports and stuff like this and translators and tour guides. You rather pay for all that than to just pay for some nails, dinner twice a week, phone calls here and there. You rather go through all of that being kidnapped? Them people don't want you there. Those people do not want y'all there. The men be acting like they don't feel that culture shock. Remember when the black man said, I've only seen one other black person here, so when you call me ugly, I feel like you are talking about me and my people. She is. If she really felt like you were her Prince Charming, she would be kissing the ground you walked on. She's trying to figure out why you haven't left yet. And that's another thing. When they be giggling in their own languages, y'all don't feel the air with that. I know I understand sometimes if they're talking about me at the nail salon, if they're speaking a different language, I can kind of understand the tone of what they're saying. You don't feel that when you walk in the room and they're giggling and speaking in a different language over your head. Like they were doing that in the store right in his face. But for some reason, all that is better than dealing with an American woman. I mean, good luck.
Bro, y'all ain't never gonna get me on a passport, bro, train. Listen, I get it as a joke on social media. I ain't dating none of y'all girls over here. But to actually get your passport, go to another country, just specifically to find a mate, oh, that's a different kind of pathetic. I get like if you work over there or something, right? Or if your people from over there and you got family over there, you get the culture, you know the language or whatever. But you dead got up from the United States of America because you couldn't find one woman to satisfy you from what you want from a woman. You couldn't find uno, so you left the whole country to go get you a prostitute in Bangladesh or something, Barbados or wherever y'all finding these women. Nah, dog, I can't get with that. I ain't gonna knock the hustle, but personally, I just find that a little pathetic.
It has been absolutely hilarious. I wish I could find the video, but I'm sure y'all have seen it. Video of this dude, I think he was in the Dominican Republic, literally saying that back in the day, you could come down here and you would not have to spend a lot of money to get girls' attention. You wouldn't have to spend that much money to court her and whatnot. And now that there have been all of these, an influx of men coming to the Dominican Republic and spending money on them, now they're starting to cost more. He's literally complaining about inflation on women. It has now become too much money for you. Even in the Dominican Republic, you don't have enough money. Is that not hilarious? I also want to point out that, so we were right all along. The problem is not that you don't want to spend money on women. It's that you don't have enough money, which is what we have been saying all along. A hit dog will holler. If I say that when I'm in a relationship, I want a man to spend money on me, I say it in a room full of men, whatever man raises his hand and says that he shouldn't have to do that, or it doesn't make any sense, or it's not fair, open his wallet up. Open it up, and you will see nothing. You'll see nothing in there, because the men who have the money don't have a problem spending the money. Because when a man likes you, I've been saying this for forever because it is true. When a man really likes you and he's serious about you, he's intentional with you, and he is dedicated to being with you, he wants to take care of you. He wants to spend money on you. He wants to provide for you. So again, the issue was not, that we want men to provide for us. The issue was not that we want men to spend money on us. The issue was that you didn't have the money, which again, we all already knew. We already knew that. This is just a glorious, this is a glorious time to be alive. Honestly, it is.
I'm really happy to be here. In America, American women really care too much about money. But here, Argentina women, nice. Everything come from here. They actually like men. Not like in America. What's wrong with the way I'm talking? I was just sounding like that to help you understand. I'm being supercilious? What is that, a Spanish word? It's English?
Social media, everybody thinks they have access to things because social media said it's cool. So now it got the movement or whatever it was, got hijacked and like turned into like this dusty incel version of guys who really ain't even got the money to take care of these women, aren't trying to move and submerge themselves in the culture, learn the language, you know what I'm saying, none of that, don't have the financial means to even take care of the woman when they bring her back to America. And because they're going to places that aren't even, it's like going to Chicago, like the slums of Chicago or the slums of Atlanta or any hood in America, and then trying to pluck a woman out and be like, I'm going to turn her into a wife. I'm going to take her out of her economic slums and bring her over here and try to fix her, but then not even have the money to even like take care of her. Women are women everywhere. You know what I'm saying? These women know who suckers are. That's why you got these dudes that have been getting off going over there. Because number one, like I said, they're not submersing themselves in the culture. They're going to places that are equivalent to going to the hoods in America, in these countries, and then moving about on dating apps and shit. That's how you know they suckers. And they're not getting women and doing things in the States. Because if you wouldn't move like, I wouldn't move like these dudes are moving in a foreign country. Like, I wouldn't move like that in America, the way these dudes are recklessly moving in a foreign country where they don't know the fucking language. That's how I know y'all some dweebs that don't get women in America. And now I'm looking at the passport bros like, y'all are some All right, bruh.
On TikTok, I learned that all passport bros are just predators. I don't know if you're on this side of TikTok, but every day on my FYP, I see this girl, and all she does is walk down the streets of the Philippines, and all she does is show the couples, and every couple look like the man is 15 to 20 years older than the young Filipino girl that he's with. And, like, the girl just looks so freaking young and just immature in comparison to the man. Like, the man has gray hairs, they bad built, they're old, and then they have this young Filipino woman. Like, it's giving predator. And then I also realized that the age of consent in other countries is a lot different. I don't know the specific age for the Philippines, but I know in a lot of places it's like 15, 14, 16. Like, it's really, really young. So I think they use the whole, American women are so dominant, American women are just too independent, too masculine. They use that as like their disguise. Like, it's giving wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, they just say that so they can have an excuse to outwardly say, I'm about to go travel across the world to find this young, impressionable wife that can barely speak the language. And that's really all it is. Like, I want to go travel outside the country so I can get as young as possible. Like, I want to get as young and as fresh and as impressionable as possible, because somebody that's my age and that's mature, she's not going to fall for all the BS that I give her. And I always knew the whole passport bro thing was stupid, but I think right now in this very moment, I just put two and two together that it has nothing to do with masculinity or women being masculine or anything that they've been saying. They just want to go as young as they can possibly go without getting arrested.
You know what? I just put two and two together with her. She is definitely right. The age of consent is different in those other countries. And some of these people that have been trafficked are over there. Like, it's a part of their culture. And so a lot of these men are using it for disguises. A lot of these men, too, they can't truly be who they want to be sexually over here because they're just that scared of people knowing about it. That's why they be over there in Thailand with all them lady boys. I mean, these surgeries, they've gotten better, but a lot of these men, they know what they like and they can't risk that coming out over here. There's definitely multiple reasons of why they do it. But it's crazy. It's crazy. The age difference is definitely a thing as well. To be honest, when I be listening to these men tell me where the countries are that they're going and all these women are beautiful, that just tells me what type of porn you look at. A lot of these men have these obsessions with all that anime crap. I'm going to Japan and taking me a solo trip. Oh, I'm going to Thailand. Oh, I'm going to Colombia. That just lets me know that that's what you're into. That's your fetish for this week. Because you don't speak the language. You didn't even take Spanish in high school. You took French. Why are you only going with your homeboys? Why are you going by yourself? You don't even go to the theme park by yourself. You know, it's like they just going out there to have freak offs. That's what it is.
Ladies in foreign countries, ma'am, when you see them passport bros leading through the crowd with their beer belly and bald heads and colorful ugly shirts, this is how they live in America. This is it. This is what they come home to after you feed them arroz con pollo. This is what they coming home to, okay? I sprinkle, okay? This is what they coming home to, baby. Remember that.
Normally and typically in an Arab household, the man usually is the provider financially, and that's just how it is.
That is just something I wasn't prepared for.
Most Arab women expect that.
Just like most American people expect the woman to contribute half, or not half, just contribute.
But you're not dealing with an American woman.
No, but she'd have to deal with some of my things though too. This was definitely not what I wanted to hear. I thought Moroccan women prioritize family over material things, and I was not anticipating that it would mean I have to be the sole provider for a household. I didn't sign up for this.
In America, and they're going across the sea to get these women that are used to making $300 and $400 a month, and you're paying them money to be wives, bro. You know what I'm saying? And here's the one thing I have a problem with the passport bros. They said there ain't no wives in America. How many women have you actually helped flow in their feminine? Do you even know how? It is an acquired skill that I have learned, and I can teach it. You probably will. You feel me? And it's like you men talking about you want wives and don't even know the definition of one. You think, a lot of you men think a wife is some pretty girl that comes, cooks, cleans, and serves you and don't challenge you, and you just ride off in the sunset, and she suffers in silence because, let's just be honest, most men can't even satisfy their woman intellectually, mentally, spiritually, and especially physically, because you haven't done the work. You know what I'm saying? You haven't done the work to prepare yourself to be a man, to be a king. So you want to go outside the country because you skipped the steps as a man to level yourself up to be a real leader in your house. So you want to go somewhere where somebody's used to making $400 a month and take your little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand a month that you make and throw her $1,000, and now she your wife, and now you flexing on your homeboys because you don't have access to those types. I have access to beautiful women no matter where I go. It don't matter if I go to Belize, Africa, Dallas, Houston. You know what I'm saying? Some men just got it like that. And a lot of things, what I see is a lot of these men that be leaving and going outside the country, they don't have access to beautiful women, and they don't know how to treat women. So you got to go somewhere else where it's a whole nother culture and then say, I found me a wife. You know what I'm saying? But none of you men know how to help these women flow in their feminine. You haven't learned the skill. You know what I'm talking about? So it makes me laugh when y'all be like, these women in America ain't white. It's a lot of good women in America, bro. It's a lot of good women. Black women, white women, Asian women, green women. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of good women out here, bro. And y'all be making excuses because you really want to go get your rocks off with a chick that you ain't never had access to in America. And you go over there to Colombia and $1 is $1,000. And now you feel like you want some shit, but it's really a fantasy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've done the trip before, but I'm a man that has access to women no matter where I go. So it's not a big deal to me. It'd be a big deal to men that don't get beautiful women, bro. It'd be a big deal to men that can't have access to the pretty girl. And all y'all just see is a beautiful face. Y'all don't care about the heart. Y'all don't care about the intent. Y'all don't pray for them. Y'all don't cover them. Y'all probably ain't even smashing right. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just funny to me how you got all these men in this passport bro community talking about, I'm leaving the country to find me a wife. And I'm like, bro, you can't even keep it. You can't even make it work with the women you got now. You know what I'm talking about? And if the women is really with you overseas, it's because your bag
I'm
right,
already
bro.
knowing,
That's
and
it.
y'all
That's
are
the
already
post.
knowing that I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this video. I dated a passport bro in college one time. This is before they had a name for it. But he worked for Delta, so he was able to just fly unlimited. And so, you know, a lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, I'm well traveled, I'm cultured, I'm worldly, I'm a philanthropist, I'm versatile. That's what they try to make it seem like. And after we stopped dating, which I noticed he would be going to different countries like maybe 2 or 3 times a month consistently. That's not something I like when I'm dating somebody, for them to have a life somewhere else. It's like he couldn't wait to be done with his week so he could go to a different country. And he was definitely a narcissist, and he was very A-type personality. So he had everything on paper. He looked great. And so it's like he kept trying to find better. It's like he was running from something. I don't know. It's very weird to explain. But a couple of years later, I was still following him on social media, and I noticed that he would start posting different women at these places that he was visiting. He would spend a whole day with different women, like taking them out on different excursions and then never see them again. So like this one girl who was like taking out a local in South Africa. They went to like 5 different excursions, dinner, lunch, tourist trips, different stuff like that. And just disappeared. I'm pretty sure she went home and told her whole family about this nice American man, and he disappeared, never to see her again. Like, some men just really have an ego boost with new women, showing them different things or just experiencing them, but you're only new one time. And then they're done with you. These men are insane. If you made it to the end of this video, let me know what you think about it. If you've ever experienced something like this, I'm very interested if y'all have ever seen like 90 Day Fiance. If so, let me know who your favorite couples were. Because there's so many. And these women are brutal. They're honest. They'll let you know, no, I need the money. Where's the money? Show me the money. When they see how these men live in America, it is amazing. But I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.